Hello everybody, I am Rocket. I will never upload. Anyways, I'm here on this guy's channel doing a Mathmech profile. It's Mathmech Adventure.
Based.
Yeah, based. Anyways, the reason why I put Adventure in Mathmech is because I got the Adventure engine. I'm like, what do I do with this $150-ish engine? And I'm like,
why would I play Dragon Link when I could play Mathmech?
Why would I play Dragon Link with no Lubellians? Because no one wants to get rid of their Lubellians for like...
Also because they're $70 a piece now?
That too. So I'm like, I'm thinking through all the decks I want to put Adventure stuff in, and like, Mathmech? No, because I kind of need my Diameter, normal summon, and then like everything else. I'm like, wait a minute, I can just not use Diameter, go into Splash Mage, and end on Heat Soul.
Wow, baller.
All of my problems have been solved, and it's actually worked out pretty well. Anyways, we're going to go by engines. So first we're going...
This one's a steam engine, this one's a coal engine.
Anyways, we're going by the Mathmech stuff first, of course. We're 3 circular. This is your 1-card starter. It dumps stuff to help you go, and then searches for your trap, which is very powerful. And then your Diameter. This is, I play 2 because I'm playing the Adventure stuff. I can't really Diameter multiple times because I'm playing Adventure. I mean, going second or turn 3 or going second and you don't have your Adventure stuff is really helpful because you can help make an early negate. If you don't know it, special something from the grave when it's normal summoned. And then its effect is if it's used for Synchro or XYZ, the turn, the monster just gains negate for the turn, which is really cool, and Omni negate. And then for our other things, we have 2 addition and 1 subtraction. The reason why I'm not playing 3 and 3 is because I'm playing the Adventure engine, and I kind of like cut these down to shove this in here. These are basically extenders. The addition targets 1 and makes it gain 1,000, and this does the same but makes it lose 1,000. They're basically the same monster. Then we have our Sigma. He can special himself from the grave or hand. If there's nothing in the EMZ, you can do some cool stuff with Almirage plays. Or if you just send him off a circular, you can special this, and that's basically full combo. This helps it make full combo. And then play the 1 equation and the 1 super factorial. The equation is just the extender by special summoning from grave, and then super factorial is basically what we want to end on. I only play 1 because I'm 1 not playing desires, and 2 you're not going to basically use this more than once. Yeah, and the reason why I'm not playing Nabla or multiplication is they don't really come up. They're kind of in niche situations, but you would rather see your extenders, your Adventure engine, your actual good cards, because just opening Nabla by itself doesn't do anything most of the time. So yeah, that's the Mathmech stuff. And then for our Parallel Exceed and Eccentric package, because this is the only miscellaneous stuff we can fit in here, is the 3 Parallel Exceed. This is basically an extender. When you summon a Link monster, you can special it to a zone it points to, special another one itself, and when it's special by the effect of itself, or its attack is had, it's also level 4, which can help you go into your XYZ guys, and then also Eccentric for the Mystic Mine out and the Small World Bridge.
I think everyone knows what Parallel Exceed does, to be fair. I think you kind of just over-explained that.
Well, I don't know, maybe he's watching it for the first time.
Kill me.
And then we're going to go into our Adventure engine. It's pretty simple. I play 3 Water Enchantress, 3 Right, and then the 1 Griffin Rider, the 1 Fateful Adventure, and the Dracoback.
Put it down a little bit.
And the Dracoback.
Just stack them on top of each other, who cares?
Yeah, and these 3. The reason why I've seen some people cut this down to 2, but in this deck you really want to play 3. What it does is it searches for this by banishing it from hand or grave. There's a bunch of times where you send it you can have in grave, such as like opening Silent Mining in Water Enchantress, which is really funny. That's why I like to play 3. White Advance Seer. This summons the token, and I'm just going to explain just in case you don't know. It summons the token and places this onto the field, but you can't use your normal summon effect. And what this does is it searches for these 2 under very specific conditions. You can search this up if you want to. I don't feel like explaining it. This is your negate. This is your, how is this here? It's very balanced.
It's a bounce.
It's a bounce.
I'll explain these cards, but not these cards.
You can look it up. It's this fateful adventure. Go look it up.
Pull it to Zeke and be like, yeah, just if you want to know what it does, just PM me.
And then we'll go on to our hand traps because we do play quite a.
Heat Soul, baby.
The Heat Soul, we don't play like over amount, but it's a little more than average. We play 3 Ash, 2 Effect Veiler, 2 DD Crow, and 2 Ghost Spell. So people I've seen are cutting Ash. I think I like my Ash Blossom, so I'm gonna keep playing them. And also Tier, I just don't like the Branded Height Spirits. I don't like that card, and I'm gonna play this. And sometimes you can stop it when they're going with you, like playing on your turn.
Why 3 Ash over 2 Ash?
I don't know, I just like the Ash.
How many cards are you at in this deck?
I want to say 47?
I don't have over
I was gonna say, if you have the space, you could cut an Ash and play 2 Ghost Mourner. Ghost Mourner's kind of baller right now.
Yeah, I haven't played with Ghost Mourner yet, but I just like my 3 Ash, but obviously you could cut an Ash, maybe something else for, Ghost Mourner. I just like these hand traps, so. And also I play Effect Veiler over Imperm because small.
And also because if you draw Imperm off a Heat Soul, it's like kind of dead.
Yeah.
You got that one card tribute for that?
And you get shifted.
Yeah. And then our spells, we have 3 Silent Mining. You can activate it, send a card from your hand to the grave, search for a level 4 lower Cybers, which is circular, and that's your search off of this.
It does say send. I thought it said discard. That's kind of cringe.
Let's send. And then 3 Small World. Basically, it's very complicated. You exchange a monster out of your hand to search for basically any other monster. So a hand trap for a circular, hand trap for a water enchantress, a random combo piece for the enchantress. It's really good. I really like this card. I like both of them at 3 because opening these 2 in conjunction basically guarantees you have both Water Enchantress and Circular. Then we play our 1 Called by the Grave, because it's called by the grave.
Called by.
We play 2 Triple Tactics Talent, because it's very popular right now. And I can see why. Your opponent playing on your turn, you can just say, get punished, idiot, and draw 2 cards, or yoink a card out of their hand. But I just see myself drawing 2, and very specific situations, taking control of a monster to make sure an OTK happens.
Getting a monster is so fun.
It sure is. The reason I'm not playing it at 3 is because I don't have a 3rd.
Most people are only playing 2 anyway.
Yeah.
A lot of people are citing the 3rd, which is funny.
Yeah. And then Forbidden Droplet. This card's insane.
Wow, Droplet.
You don't want to play the Dark Ruler because your goal is to OTK, but you can play the Dark Ruler if you're ending on knots. But at the point, if you're playing Dark Ruler over Droplet, you probably don't have the Adventure Engine. I'm not calling you poor, but
get more money, idiot.
Get more money, idiot. But seriously, you really want to OTK and like clearing boards by just doing this, or like setting it while having the adventure stuff. Like if you already have this activated, you can send this and it'll come back. So you basically droplet it for free.
It's also better against Tier because it's reactive.
Yeah. Yeah. What he said, it's reactive. You don't have to, it doesn't stop what's happening right now. You can stop when you want and whatever you want by committing resources and having attack, which could come up for like some Final Sigma OTKs. Speaking of which, let's go into the extra deck. Alright, now the extra deck. It is the extra deck. We're going to go over the XYZ monsters first, the 2 Alimbertian, and then the 1 Laplacian. This is pretty common in a lot of Mathmech decks. You want to play the same amount of Laplacians as you do Superfactorials, because this is basically your Superfactorial target. You're almost never going into this to kill your opponent. But you can do it sometimes, but like that situation never comes out. You'd much rather do this for the extender and like easier, having a better time. So you can like use these to like interrupt your opponent turn 1 and turn 2, and then this is the follow up, saying like the diameter is normal summons to go into this. You can search for like circular and have the negate on board, so you can like make sure you get the OTK there, and make it hard to not get the OTK.
What do you do if your opponent bisteals your Superfactorial? Sucks.
Just
Explode.
activate the Griffin Rider.
Just Griffin, bro.
Yeah, Bestials really hurt this deck because apparently they decided to also have it say light for no reason.
And it's a quick effect. And it's from both
And
graves.
it's from both graves, yeah. Yay, Bestials.
Yay, Bestials. We're bisting.
Yeah. Anyways,
I'm about to bist.
for our Link ones, we play Almirage and Lingrivo. Almirage, basically for tight situations where you have to normal summon a hand trap to go into Parallel Exceed, which by the point it's no longer a tight situation. Lingrivo is to kind of make sure there's another Link one for you to go into, and if you just have the extra extender, you could just make the trap negate, which is really cool.
Also, Ibly.
That
Outs Ibly.
real. Our Link 2s, we have quite a few of them. We have our Cyberse Wicked. You don't really use this as often, but it's only if you're like about to go into Heat Soul and you have the Parallel Exceed to guarantee the follow-up, which is really cool. And then we also have our 2 Splash Mages. You basically use one turn one basically all the time. If you don't have an extender, you use your normal summon diameter and your Allen Burschen to go into Slash Mage, and then Slash Mage special either one of them, and then go into Heat Soul, which is basically your main play. And then your second one is to make sure you can access code OTK. We also play our Pentastag and our Update Jammer. I love Update Jammer. He's really cool, and Pentastag is really funny. You're just putting him under access code to make piercing, and also it's like, oh, I'm safe under my 5 monsters that have like 0 defense. You can't kill me, and then you just go, haha, funny, and murder them. And then also, like, if you use your access code early without going to Update Jammer for whatever reason, or if you don't use your trans code and your access code gets outed, you can do some other cool stuff because he has an effects to do, like, negate everything and go punchy.
I remember when Salad, before access code was a thing, they would use Update Jammer for transcode, and then transcode revived the Update Jammer, and that's how they OTK'd.
Speaking of transcode, here's transcode Talker. Basically helping you make your your access code. The only restriction that conflicts with the Adventure Engine is you can't use his effect the turn you summon a non-Cyberse monster, which at that point, if you like, that almost never comes up unless you like use the Griffin, search the Griffin special, and then you're trying to access code OTK. But usually you either already have the Griffin there, or like they out your whole Adventure Engine and Griffin doesn't do anything anyways. So yeah, this just makes your access code. And then Heat Soul, this is the thing you want to end on because the Adventure Engine, you take up 2 spaces, and then you'll have your Heat Soul in the middle, and you'll have 3 open spaces for Super Factorial. That's your ideal end board. So Heat Soul, just make sure you have something for your opponent you can just draw and get advantage and hand traps and the funny. So yeah, it's really cool. And then our access code guy, he's the access code man.
Whoa!
He gains the attack, whatever, and then he pops stuff by using different attributes. Cool thing is, you can also banish himself to out skill drain. I learned that from Distant Coder.
Baller.
Anyways, he's just he's the main way you're gonna kill. You basically go with Update Jammer, link it to him, Update Jammer, give it 2 attacks, which you can, I didn't clarify that, it gives it 2 attacks. So it'll be like 43 or 53, depending on what you use. Then you just go big punchy twice per game after popping everything with access code, which is really cool. And also it doesn't target. It does not target, just to let you know.
Clarifying because he forgot, it did not target.
Yeah. Anyways, our synchros, we were actually playing the Magma and the Final Sigma. Of course, you shouldn't do this if you're going to a YCS.
Nah, what do you mean?
I mean, it could work, but as a
Magma gave you hella value earlier. I don't want to hear it.
Well, that's because we're not in a YCS. Yeah, Magma, I was like, I don't know about Magma because, you know, we could barely come up, but man, this
Sigma
gave
and
me
token.
Yeah, this gave me so much value, especially like what he just said behind the camera, like ruining everything. I was gonna explain it. Sigma specialing itself while you just had the token, and then go into Magma and pop some stuff. Or if you're able to go into Magma beforehand and you still have the Sigma, you can special it. And since it can treat itself as a non-tuner, you can still go into Sigma. It's really cool. And Sigma, he's in the extra monster zone. Can you punch him? No? Well, then I win. And he also does double damage when in the extra monster zone.
Unfortunately, they use him for Underworld Goddess.
For real. Yeah, when he's in the extra monster zone, he's unaffected by card effects except for Mathmech cards while he's in the extra monster zone. And when he's actually in the EMZ, when he attacks, he deals double damage. So it can also be a way to cheese out a victory by punching something they accidentally left in attack mode, and just big punching them for game and melting them alive. And also, if they get rid of this, you're able to search for follow-up in the form of the trap. I mean the spell. The spell. So you can probably not revive this because you can't put it in that EMZ. But if a situation where your opponent has no negates, you can just summon this and punch something. Even though it won't get double attacked, you can still get value out of it. But yeah, that is the Mathmech deck profile.
Mathmech Adventure.
Mathmech Adventure. I keep forgetting to do adventure stuff until I look at
Oh yeah.
the very expensive adventure engine right there. Anyways, that was my deck profile. I've done pretty well with Mathmech in the past. I built it together as a little fun deck. I spent like $70 on the core when I realized it was playable without reading any of the cards. And then finally I'm able to have a good deck list to show all of you, and have a good day.